Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, here to show you some of the reels that I purchased recently. This group came off of Facebook Marketplace. It's the second of two purchases that I made this weekend, and I just thought I would give you a preview of what I purchased and show you which ones I plan to work on. I actually went down and was searching for some used parts reels and some project reels for my channel. And I was able to find those, and I also found that these were available as well, and I thought I would share those with you. As I worked through a lot of reels, one of the things that I don't find much of is bait casters, and this gave me an opportunity to go find some bait casters out there. So look forward to doing those as projects, and also to sharing how to service them for you, so that if you have one of these reels, you can do it yourself. If you want to see any of these reels done, please subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber already. To those of you that have subscribed, all 15,000 plus, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Your subscriptions are what keeps my channel vibrant and busy. And please don't feel that commenting on anything is a drag on anything. I do try to answer the comments, and I do appreciate the interaction with everybody on the channel. So let's go through these. I did buy a group of bait casters and a couple of spin fishing reels. I always, if I see the opportunity to purchase a Shimano FX series, well, I'm always on those. They make great project reels. They rarely break, and they're good for me in terms of either selling at local fishing flea markets or just kind of handing out to kids. So the first one up then is a Shimano. It's the AX2000. Great freshwater reel, great for anybody to learn on. This one's got the quick fire mechanism, which enables you to cast the line without touching the line. It's sort of like the bait casters, where about midway through your arc, you pull back. That releases the line, and the line travels, and then of course clicks off when you go to rotate the bail. So this is the AX2000. I'm going to take a look, see if I've done one of these as a project reel. If I haven't, I'm certainly going to do one because it's a very popular reel that a lot of folks have, and I'd like to show you how to do the basic service on this one. I also have here another one. It's the AX200, not the 2000. Kind of similar in nature. This one's missing the cap up above on the spool. So you want to examine reels when you go to make the purchases on those reels. If you're going to resell it, that could be a problem. If you're going to use it, well, if you don't ever plan on removing the spool, not a problem, right? It just it's one of those things that you don't need to do. And if you did need to remove the spool for service, well, these spools work with buttons, and the buttons have two little tags, one that goes on each side of that pivot point. You can replicate the action of that to free this clip by using a screwdriver on both sides to pry that open. This pick is just a little bit too small, but you could pry that open, pop up your spool, do the necessary service, and then just go ahead and put it right back down again. But these are also fairly common and fairly available spools on the internet. Probably pay $6 or $8 or $10 for them. So if you really wanted to restore that spool and button, you could. So here's the FX version, the FX200. This is also a nice one. This one's slow. This one definitely has some old grease in it, but again, the quick fire mechanism on it. And that one's ready to get tuned up. Maybe we'll do this one because it is such a sluggish reel. I know I'm going to have to get in there regardless of whether I want to use it or give it to a kid or sell it or whatever. We're going to have to get that grease all cleaned up in there before we do that. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so the next part, what I really was interested in was the bait casters. We're going to start with this one. This is not a Zebco or anything, you can tell. It's a larger spin cast model. It's working. I always check to make sure these work because they're not much of an effort if they're not working to save, if you will. This one's an Eagle Claw. This is the Titan Gold. It's got a 2-ball bearing mechanism, holds 60 yards of 10-pound line. So this one's a little bit bigger than the ones that you would use for crappie or sunfish or panfish or anything like that. But it is a nice little reel. It's working fine. And we're going to just go, we'll probably try and do this one if time permits. I'll try to do this one to show you the inside and how these spin cast reels come together. Well, the bait casters that I was interested in, I got 4 of those. The first one, it just harkens back to a time. This is just one of those reels that I like a lot, and this one's working fine. This is a left-handed version. This is the Diawa Pro caster. It's the PMA 33SL, whatever all of those things stand for, but it's part of the Mag Force series. And I like these reels. These are, as I said, from a certain time and a certain vintage. 2 things about the reel that I like. It's certainly got a nice sturdy case to it. And the other thing is this one happens to be left-handed. And although I am right-handed by being a dominant hand, what I do have is the ability, I like to throw my line this way with my right hand, and I don't like to switch hands with the rod when I'm bait casting, so I do like the ability just to go right into the retrieve. Also note on this one, when you depress the cast, the line button slips out of the way. You can see that we don't have a line guide right now, and that'll just pop back in. It'll come over to the side, pick that line guide up, and then when it comes over here, it'll merge the other side. Very fascinating design engineering point. So we'll just show you that one more time just because it's a lot of fun. This will make it onto a YouTube short, but if you push down, you'll notice that the line guide separates to both sides, and when you click, it'll pick it up onto one side, bring it over, join the other side, and then it'll travel in unison coming back. I just think that that's really kind of neat and unusual for sure. Next one I picked up then was a Quantum. This is an 8-ball bearing reel, circa 2010-15. I'm not quite sure the dating on this one. It's the Quantum Escalade. It's a 7-0 ball bearing ratio. Nice reel overall. Typical of the more modern bait casters that we see with the high gear ratio, the more compact, low profile for the reel. And I haven't done one of these in my series, so I will. I also picked up 2 Lew's reels. The Lew's reels are gaining me now, and they've just... Lew's is a product of Rather Outdoors, I think is the actual piece to that. And the Rather Outdoor chain is making this the preeminent one. They merged operations with Zebco Quantum. Quantum is taking the lower end of the market, and Lew's is being promoted as the upper end of the market right now by that brand. And this is a Lew's speed spool, and it's got trying to see the ball bearings on it. It's here somewhere, I'm sure, probably 10. But a beautiful reel all around. I haven't done many Lew's reels, so I'll make sure to do this one as part of the effort. And the last one is also a Lew's reel, and this one is another of the speed spools. I'm just trying to read the tags on it. Can't see much there, but again, Lew's has got a lot of good press and a nice reel. 10 ball bearings is what it says here, and so this is the left-handed version of the other one that you just saw. And again, I'm kind of a fan of fishing lefty for bait casting reels. So there you go. So I'll probably take this one apart as well, and we'll certainly make sure to make videos for your archives so that you can see how these reels come together, how to service them, and bring them apart. I was very fortunate in the purchase of these that they came with the box, and even more importantly, the manual inside. I know I've been threatening to do a video or 2 on manuals. One of these days I'm actually going to do that. They tell you an awful lot of information inside manuals, and if you're fortunate enough to get those manuals, well then hang on to them and make sure that you read them before you get started. So that's it. That's the bait casters I acquired. I did well in terms of pricing. We reached a fair agreement on the pricing. We got those Shimano reels there for the kids, And we got these for the more serious amongst us that are going out there fishing. Again, this is just a really neat little feature here, and I hope you've enjoyed that preview. If you did, please like it. If you want to see more, again, please subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. I do try to answer them each morning as I kind of down a cup of coffee before I get started. I try to go through those comments and answer as many of those as I can. And to everybody involved in keeping us safe during the pandemic, our first responders and essential personnel, thank you for everything it is that you do. And to all, please stay safe, stay well, and stay watching. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Have a great day.